Hi everyone, my name is Rahul. Not all of you might be knowing that IT as a function is the highest spend. It does the highest spend across Honeywell and among all other functions. Wherein, unlike other functions, which have majority of the census related cost, but in IT we have majority of the cost driven by the external vendor spend. So today we are going to look into the enterprise IT external spend. But before going into that, I just want to give you a brief background of where it all started. I would date back to less than a year ago, wherein we had received a request from John to understand what is our commitments as of date. So we did start off consolidating all the SOWs and the contracts pertaining to the IT, and in the meantime, even Mike came on board, and then it was already the planning season, so we had to jump into the planning season. And so to start off, we would look at what does the cost for IT external spend look like in 2013 and 14. In 2013, the spend was 871 million, which accounts for 2.27% of the revenue. 2014, it reduced to 850 million, that is 2.15% of the revenue. We'll move on, and starting with 2015 planning, IT leadership team had provided us a target of $57 million. That translates to 7% of the external spend. Now we look at the trend year over year for 2013 and 14 for external spend, and that's split by SBGs. When what we see is that the corporate incurs on behalf of the SBGs. That's the reason why in corporate we see a major spend towards it. And so the next what we look over here is the spend categorization for the IT external vendor spend. So I would like to take some time to tell you what kind of analysis did we do in this, wherein we took the we had to start from the scratch. Like we had to take the spend coming from the OneSource database, and from there we had to categorize in the right category, classify them into the right category, and these are the 4 or 3 major categories that we were able to categorize all the IT external vendor spend, starting with infrastructure, external services, and software. Wherein what we see is that infrastructure is where we spend a lot. It's where our major spend goes into. And just to give you a brief background into what exactly goes into infrastructure, external services, and software. In infrastructure, it comprises of telecom, network, printers, hardware, servers, desktop, and laptops related services. Vendors include Dell. These are the top vendors. Vendors include Dell, AT&T, Xerox, Wipro, to name a few. For external services, it comprises maintenance and support, professional and consultant related services. Vendors include NTT, TCS, Fujitsu, Capgemini, which are our preferred vendors. In software, it comprises majorly of our ERP spend and Microsoft spend towards the licenses, procuring the licenses and the maintenance cost. The vendors are SAP, Microsoft, Oracle, to name a few. So we'll move on to the next slide, wherein we can see that how the data, how the spend is further categorized in the as a next level of categorization, wherein we see that software is the area where we spend high number of larger spend goes there. immediately followed by IT services. But here, when we try to correlate with the prayer tab with the infrastructure spend, it's telecom services and equipment put together comprises of infrastructure spend. So that accounts for 300 million that we saw in our prayer tab. So now I would like to move on to the next tab. So here, this is the Pareto analysis of year-over-year IT external spend, and here what we see here is that sorry, top 12 vendors contribute to 52.91% in 2013, which accounts for $469 million. Whereas in 2014, same 12 vendors, top 12 vendors contribute to 50.7%, which accounts for $439 million. The year-over-year variance or the dip in the cost spend is due to the fact that we are decommissioning the IBM mainframe service, wherein that's the reason why we see the decrease in the cost. And also at the bottom, I just want to highlight Genesys, wherein it used to provide us video and audio conferencing related services. We have moved on to the MS Link platform. So basically, it is the IBM wherein we have spent less, and also for 2015 we are expecting much lower spend towards IBM. So we'll move on to the next tab, wherein we see that these 12 top spenders, how they are categorized into the respective spend categories. Wherein Dell is the top spend, wherein we spend the most of it among the 12 vendors. So here I would like to take AT&T as an example and move further, wherein I want to show what kind of analysis did we do and what was the outcome of that analysis. So based on our analysis, we were able to identify what kind of services does the AT&T provide. So here we see that it's wireless service, network and telecom, and long distance telecom related services. And it is operating and maintenance related related services, and it falls into the infrastructure spend category. And the total spend for 2014 was around $60 million that we see here. So this data, this analysis, when we moved further, we had a collaborative session or a workshop which was there in MTO along with the IT leadership as well as the procurement teams to come up with, to identify the productivity programs for each vendor and to list down what are the savings that can be achieved, and also the productivity program owners were identified. So as we can see here, these are few of the productivity programs that are being tracked, and few of them, couple of them are also already achieved, which we would see the benefit of it, which we will see in the coming quarters. So finally, these are the projected benefits that we are expecting to get from the broadly classified productivity programs. That's rationalization or upgradation, reduction in SBG investments, renegotiation or renewals or credits, decommissioning or migration, global network redesign, that's GNR, and e-auction. So here what we see is that the target that we had received, although it was $57 million, that's around 6.75% of the total spend. Yet we had to target for higher benefits, wherein we might fall short on few of the programs. So that's the reason why the total savings for 2015, what we see is $61.16 million. I'm sorry. Wherein in the Q1 we have already achieved $23.87 million. and there are few programs which would give us benefits in the coming period or in the next year 2016 that accounts for, as of today, $20.13 million. So this was it.